Okay, my name's Chef Tyson, and I work here at Interlochen High School. I'm the instructor for the Culinary Arts program. I've been here for approximately 20 years. Prior to being here, I worked in a couple of community colleges and a private culinary school. We have about 40 students in each class, and we do a lot of hands-on work. We prepare lots and lots of meals. We don't just do theory classes. We have a certification program that some of the students get called a Serve Safe Manager's Certificate. That's something that every restaurant that's in business that's serving food to the public has to have somebody who's working there with that certificate. It helps the students get jobs. I have a few of them right now that are working at a local grocery store, and believe it or not, one of the reasons that they got the job is because they have that certification. And if they're in the grocery store, then legally they're allowed to sell stuff from the deli. So it works out great. You know, a lot of them use it when they go to college. It gets them jobs. It's a good program. You know, being in the culinary program, not only can you work for that certification, but you're learning a life skill. So, you know, people in their 70s and 80s cook and enjoy doing it. So you're learning a lifelong skill when you're in this program. Right now, at this moment, and probably for about the last 10 years, culinary has been really popular. There's lots of shows on TV and reality shows. It's a very popular area. So the high schoolers have been watching these shows on TV since they were little tiny kids, and they seem to love it. And we get inundated with people wanting to be in the program. I actually get, a week doesn't go by seriously without somebody coming to me in tears because they want to be in the program and there's just not enough room for them to be in here. We're limited in space, and we normally have close to 40 students in a class, and that's really, you know, we're swelling at the seams with that many students in here. We do a lot of hands-on work, which teenagers like to do. Teenagers are not really over keen on just sitting in a room and talking about stuff and reading things in books. They want to get hands-on experience doing something, real life situation. So we don't just cook things for fun here. We're doing it, and we're serving it, and we're selling it. It costs the school board almost nothing because, you know, other people pay for the food, and then we prepare it like professionals, and then we take it out into the community and utilize it. Today is Wednesday. On Wednesdays we do food for 50 to 60 people at a local church who are in need, and I take about 7 students with me. We load the bus up and we take that food with us, and we go over to the church and we serve the people there. I think over the last 6 years, I think we've served about 7,000 meals. I'd have to check to get the exact amount, but it's a lot. What we do is we come here with no preconceived ideas on how we're going to set these plates up. What we do is we set them up, we make one plate up, and then we make a decision. There's a kid one. And then we make a decision on whether or not we like the look of it. Right now we're doing a kid plate. So these are going to be a smaller plate with less food. That looks good. Make sure it stays inside the ring. Right, and we need one more, so that's this one here. So we just did that a second ago, as you saw. We made a plate and we discussed do we like it, and we did, so we're doing them all the same. So that one can go. And we're working with the church and people in the community, and we're also working with DuPont, where we got a grant from DuPont Incorporated, and they supply the money, or some of the money, to fund this. There's an example of how a lot of teenagers are. That girl managed to find a way over here from school because we forgot to bring her with us, and she's here to help. She don't want to miss out on it. They really like to help the people in the community. They do. I mean, it's a fact.
I'm Ann Geyer. I am a member of this church, St. Andrew's Episcopal Church, and I started out with this program 7 years ago. We had the idea that we would start up a program whereby we could feed people who needed a good meal. It was set up so that we would feed them on Wednesdays during the time the kids were in school, so that his culinary class could prepare the meals and serve the meals and do the dishes. I thought that was a pretty cool thing because I didn't want to have to do dishes, you know. So we've been doing this for 7 years now. Each 3-year cycle gets approved for the grant, so we've done 2 3-year cycles plus the first of this 3-year cycle. And we generally serve somewhere around 48 people on the floor. And then afterwards we eat lunch with the students, and there are also our helpers who eat lunch with us. We have some adult helpers. This is a safe place to meet, and we want to feed people both spiritually and with food, real food, well-prepared food.
Also, I'm working with a couple of organizations in Gainesville, and they supply the money, I supply the labor and the know-how, and we produce food, and then we take it out to Grace Market in Gainesville, which is the homeless tent city out there by the airport. There's over 200 people or families living there in tents, and they lay on the ground wrapped up in tarps, and they serve them a breakfast and a dinner every day. So we have companies that will buy the food, we prep it, I take the food out there, and then the company's employees go out and serve. We've done 3 of those already this year, in the last 3 months actually. Not only is culinary arts something that you can do as a career, and I have lots of students who graduated from the school who went on to do other things, they went to college, but they keep in contact with me, a lot of them, and they tell me it was great being in this program because they could land jobs, part-time jobs while they were in school, and get the jobs even if they were minimum wage, and a lot of times very quickly make more money on those jobs because they were experienced and they knew how to do stuff. They actually had a real job in this class, so to speak. So not only can you find a job, but you're learning life skills. Most people cook. The wealthiest people in the country, multi-millionaires, like to cook for their families and their friends, and they enjoy it. So you learn a lifelong skill. And when you're 80 and you're preparing gravies at home or cooking chicken, it could be because you learned it in a class in high school, which is pretty neat that you could take that on for the rest of your life.